But we're gonna counter here. 1.5 million. Is that blade or a nuclear bomb? Hello internet! And in today's episode of the next character that had been buffed, we got Blade. I missed the times where we could actually use Blade a lot, but yeah, not really that much these days. But thankfully they got a buff though, so I'm hoping for something different. The first thing to showcase will be all of his buffs. Now the first few parts are all about just how he's now a pure HP scaler. But yeah, there are a lot of other things as well, but okay, this next one I can't show because there's actually some error there. But yep, here we go. This is another big one. You get 15 energy for every follow-up attack now. Plus there's also the Eidolons here, which I don't own, but these are pretty good. Not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. But yeah, this buff should be a pretty normal one compared to others like Kafka. That's more, interesting. But yeah, overall, he pretty much has gotten a whole HP scaling mechanic. Now, before one of his attack actually scales up attack partly, which didn't really make a lot of sense. So yeah, it does make sense that he's now just a pure HP scaler. But in any case, we're still using his own light cone. And for relics, we're using the bone set now. This being really good for pure HP scalers. And you'll notice I don't really have a lot of crit rate. I got 59 right there. These are the stats right there. But we're gonna get 20 from Sunday and then more from the relics as well. I got 16 here from Longavis. So this blade should do a bunch of damage. Before we start, everything's here from the Create Experience server. And I cannot wait to showcase this because I've done this before, even with the pre-buff blade. And here we got the best blade team after the buff. The main showcase will be with Hyacinth. You see, with her own light cone, you can actually get rid of 1% of all allies' HP. That counts for blade stacks, right? Which makes this like a really horribly scary like pairing. So we're just gonna showcase this blade against Sparrow right here. If he can beat this in, I would say, 3 cycles around that range, that will then be acceptable, right? Usually I would expect like 4 to 5 cycles clear, which is really that good considering you're using 3 of the premium supports right here. Well, here we go. How good is Blade now? We'll go through like parts of the buffs that's really important for him as we go by, but we'll start with Tribby, the best HP support of all time. And in fact, we are just needing Tribby on everyone now. We need it for Jinglu as well, which will be for another video, but she's also an HP scaler now. The age of HP. Everyone's just using HP to attack. Imagine needing to attack these days, bro. Just scale off HP, man. What was the point of attack stats? All right, in any case, here we go. We got Blade to start. We do have some speed on him, 137, and Sunday will have to be speed tuned to be a bit slower than Blade, so then they could take double the turns, right? I just realized I should not have put him here. All right, now that we swapped them all over, we're gonna do this again. We already triggered a fall, but there we go. We see a huge chunk of energy spike there. I don't know if you know this. That means we should just have our ult already, right? Wait, this is very quick. Like, we're gonna use our skill here. 1 Q goes down. I instantly get my ultimate. There's something that changed with the ult as well. The total accumulated HP loss will be set to 50%. This is new, which just means his ult will like do more damage in the long run. But now that you're a pure HP scaler anyway, I want to see the damage output here. Now, given Sunday hasn't buffed you, so I should not have done this actually, but 200k already without Sunday's buff. Now that is pretty good. And we can keep on doing this, right? Get the energy up again. We got another turn. Now, with the buff's effect, I should have like a provoke effect right now on my Hellscape state. The enemy should have higher chance of attacking Blade right now. But yeah, how about now? We have every stat. How's my stat looking like? Almost 100 crit rate, 370 crit damage basically. We got a bunch of HP and yeah, that should be everything. Let me see this damage right here. Bang, 165,000. But I would say the fall attack's where he's gonna be really excelling at. So boom, 200k right there. We are chopping it up pretty quickly, right? Well, here we go. This is the true synergy of 3.0 Blade. We got Hyacinth. We'll use a Q, and that already triggers Blade right there. That's 1 extra stacks thanks to the light cone of Hyacinth, right? It is such a shame if you missed the Hyacinth light cone. It's so good. All right, here comes the Tribby. 23k does not a lot. Here comes the fish. I wanted it to come, right? Hit Blade, everybody, go. Okay, this hitting Blade's not that good. All right, he does always have this problem with him anyway. I mean, Blade. The problem is it doesn't do too well against CCs. Now, if this was mighty, we just ignore it, right? God damn it. 330k on a fall-up. That was pretty damn good. All right, I used my ult here. That's 1 extra stack for Blade thanks to the light cone that takes 1% health away. It's so good. But yeah, look at the amount of damage of this entire HP-based team. They're just so good in AoE scenarios. So here comes Blade. We take away 50% of my HP. How much damage are we doing? Bang. 480k. That's thanks to all of the buffs he received. Pretty much just numeric buffs, right? He just does more damage now. And we actually managed a 0 cycle, haven't we? We did. Well, for the first wave, but yeah, it's still 0 cycle. All right, so now we're against Farrokh already. Wait, this team is low-key pretty insane. I don't think with Kafka I was able to 0. I mean, it was close, but this one's also not that far off being close, I suppose. But we'll just keep on going. Now, how long would it take here? I feel like that, yeah, look at that increased chance to be hit. That's actually, if it doesn't scam you, it's so good. Yep, again, hitting the blade. Hitting the blade again. Oh, we have it already. And the reset tally goes to only 50%, right? The damage reset tally. So our damage is gonna be constantly pretty high. 340k there already, dude. Why did you outspeed Sunday? What the flip? Did we not... Does he get a speed buff out of nowhere? How'd that happen? Oh, he got pushed back. Dude, I hate Svarog. Alright, so here comes Blade. I suppose it's okay. We'll use a Q. I think I'll just use Triby's ultimate for fun. Alright, here comes a full up 240k. There we go. Half a mil. This really looks like, you know, a proper damage here. Now, before he'd be, like, hitting 200k if he was lucky. Now we got Hyacinth. Get one more stack on him. Good damage so far. Hitting Blade again. Dude, he has so many ultimates now. Do you realize that? Like, I feel it's like the, what, 8th time I've used this, and every time. Now we got Svarog again. You've got your hand now. Now you're gonna touch Blade a bunch as well. I'm hoping you do, or I could just do this. I'm hoping this triggers Blade. It does, right? With the Lycon of Hyacinth, and this will probably kill the hand or get close to 300k Del into Triby, into Lil Ika, into Triby's ultimate. I think we break the hand right away. God, this team is just destroying everything. Look at that. That arm couldn't even move. Now we got Hyacinth. We're gonna use for Q, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, I don't need the skill move. All right, now we go back to Hellscape. The speed tuning makes sense again. We got Sunday being slightly slower, but yeah, do be careful with someone like Svarog. They do push you back sometimes. So if you're just one speed slower, you might, you know, ruin your speed tuning a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal, right? We got 4 skill points again, and everything looks fine so far. 4 out of 5. In one more hit, I don't think we're clearing it. So yeah, 0 cycle is not really doable, but it's pretty good to do 400k there. Now, Jesus, this is really good. No, go for the ultimate. There should be half a mil. All right, I'm getting a bit in over my head. That was still pretty good though. Can we finish it in this cycle? If we can, it'd be a damn 1 cycle. That's Castor's level of fast, but given Castor's does not have quantum weakness here, but she's still 1 cycle, so she's still good. But yeah, hey, Blaze an old ass character. Oh no, why did my Sunday just gave up there? Dude, I hate this freaking boss. There's just so many CCs and such. I think just because of that, we failed the 1 cycle. We'll try our goddamn best. It's 26% left on Svarog, 24% now. We can boost Blade here. That should be just enough for you to get your ultimate, which I'll use right now. 23% on Svarog. Can we finish this? Boom, 17%. 4 out of 5 stacks on Blade. We have a Q. We can do this, guys. Can we do this? Oh. 120. It's just not even close, man. I thought I hyped it out because it was supposed to be close, but no, it wasn't even close. All right, so I suppose this kind of makes sense. All right, I got rid of my Hyacinth, though. God damn it. I think there's no way we're losing this. We're taking 1 extra. Can we stop hitting the low Ika? Can we stop doing that? Yo, hit the Blade, man. What the hell is wrong with you? If you hit Blade once more, I get my all ends over. Now we gotta bank on freaking Triby's ultimate. I'm not killing that. I can break the arm, but does Hyacinth take the turn instantly? She doesn't. How dare you? That isn't Blade's fault, man. That's not Blade's fault at all. But yeah, I suppose we can end this with no Ika. If Svarog just hit Blade once more, we get the ultimate. We literally killed him right there. But look at this. Oh my god. I mean, I suppose this was always the problem with, like, a character needing to be hit. Even for someone like Clara. I guess Clara with her ultimate, it doesn't matter who you hit, you still trigger it. But yeah, with Blade, you have to get hit, which is why he got a buff that allows the enemy to have higher chance of being hit. But yeah, Svarog could just say, you know what? I'm gonna hit the unicorn. Bro hit low Ika twice, dude. In fact, bro got rid of Hyacinth, the owner of the unicorn, and then punched the unicorn twice. The hell is Svarog want, man? That was bladed MOC. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think this is like the best place where Blade's supposed to shine. But although you can see, right, 3 cycle clear, it's pretty much just how it is for the post-buff characters. I'm easily getting 3 cycle clears, but before the buster, you most likely see 4 or 5 cycle clears. However, with Blade being able to do so much more AoE, and with the HP-based team being very AoE-based anyway, I do think this Blade team should do really well in pure fiction. Like, this could be the premier reason of why you want to use Blade in your account right now. You know, you could just use like phainon and shit and just easily clear everything, or Castrus and such. But in pure fiction, some of the characters, specifically like phainon for this instance, is not that great in this specific mode. But I think Blade should be very good in this specific mode, if the weakness is there at least. But yeah, I'll see you once we ruin them. Alright, and here we go. We got this team on, and we're using like a weaker first side, 28k points. So if this team is actually good, it should get more than 30-something k points is what I'm thinking. So here we go, Blade. In my opinion, after the buff, you should excel here very well. We're talking about like you should be one-shotting everything with follow-up attacks, and the fact that if you do and you kill all of them, you should get even more energy, right? That would be insane. Well, we'll see if the logic is correct though. Here comes the enemy. They should start attacking me soon. Given that there's 5, we should be really, really good. With Blade needed to be hit anyway, right? So come on now, kick the Blade. That's really not the Blade now, is it? All right, so I thought these guys would like hit me. No, they just disappears. And they hit the kid. Good job, game. Good job. All right, here comes a basic. We got a 5 stacks now. Check this freaking energy up. Boom. Instantly, we get the ultimate. This might be the new Herda Himiko thing, though. Like, we could have infinite ults, infinite fall attacks, like, really quickly and stuff. I haven't even used Sunday's skill at all. Like, yeah. All right, so we know the damage up he can do. Like, we're definitely killing these weaker mobs, right? So here comes the Sunday stuff finally. And now we also have our Hellscape on Blade. This is where it should be hit a lot more, right? Come on. Go for a Q here. Damage-wise, 278. We are doing way more than enough to kill these mobs. So I just need them to hit Blade more now. I'm provoking you, right? At least on paper, I should be provoking you here. Stop lurking, you piece of shit. What is wrong with you? Just hit me, yo. Can we stop hitting the kid? I know she's built like a pinata, but no, just... Yo! Why are they all hitting the kid? Well, thank God we got Hyacinth that actually speeds things up for Blade, but not enough though. Right now, it does feel slow. I mean, that is the issue with Blade anyway, like the entire idea of the kid. If they don't hit him enough, of course, it's just not gonna trigger as much. Finally, we're hitting Blade. Land some freaking bleeds as well, that'd be awesome. But notice this though, every time we fall attack, we pretty much get the ult because we're killing like 5 enemies, and we're just regenerating more energy anyway, so that is awesome. Now that my ults reset 50% only, we're doing 1,000,000 nearly damage. God damn, okay. Not too shabby, Blade. Not too shabby. Now, would you... Yo, stop lurking, man. I suppose this week's like the least suitable week for Blade. Just attack me, dude. It's not that deep. Go for the Q here. We got 3 stacks now. Freaking Trivia is spamming ults as well. Kamikaze, dude. All right, now, Blade. Go for a Q. Can you attack me? Now you're gonna lurk again. Great job, game. We're just lurking. Just lurking all the time. Finally, someone's touching Blade. That means 1,000,000 damage from Blade. Yep. Yo, post-buff Blade might be pure fiction god right now. This also does make me wonder in the future, maybe I want to consider a freaking energy regen build for Blade, or maybe like the true endgame build might be energy regen, because right now I'm seeing like a few moments where I'm just missing 1 attack and I can use my ult. That might be a game-changing ult, dude. All right, if you would please touch the Blade. There we go. Good boy. I wish my crush would say good boy to me. All right, ultimate goes into a fall of 486, and we're halfway almost to our ult again, so get an extra turn because it's the Sunday. You pretty much just get your ult back. But yeah, otherwise still like the design makes sense. We're supposed to tank a lot of hits anyway, so yeah, 600k. It's so good now. So yeah, if we're assuming we get hit a lot, yeah, this is fine. Like we're doing enough ults, dude. The more ults we do, the more ults Tribi gets to do. And there we go. Bam. We're at the last boss phase and we're 53k points there. I'm not sure if I can get 60k. We should be able to. There's like a 2 full cycle left. We should have no issues here. And here we got the enemy hit the Blade. Oh yeah, baby. The increased hit chance finally kicks in. 1,000,000 again off of the Blade. Hell yeah. We get a Q again. Bang. Almost 1,000,000 off the Blade. And Sunday to push you up again. Because we get more energy out, we're gonna dunk like 1,000,000 again into an ultimate again. And this ultimate is going to do, well, probably 700k. Yeah, there we go. It's not 1,000,000. I've been running on way too much. You're gonna attack me again, aren't you? Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna counter. Why is Hule's animation going? We're gonna counter here. 1.5 million. Is that Blade or a nuclear bomb? So now we're 59k points away. We're definitely getting 60k, right? Like right there with Hyacinth. Yep, 60k done. So this team actually excels like above average at the minimum. I think it's gonna like full on excel by killing Hule here, or Hule soon rather, as long as you keep hitting the Blade, dude. Yep, there we go. That's more like it. Increased hit chance, baby. One more hit to Blade, we get our ult again into the fall attack. That should just clear the field. Ah, nah, we need one more. Hit the Blade. There we go. Perfect. Here comes the fall attack. 1.6 mil. 26% left. And against a Hule, where you have to attack him a lot to like really be, you know, effective with this. This is just the best team you could ask for. Attack the Blade more. I like this mod. This mod hits me a lot. Yep, there we go. You hit the whole team a lot. So we get the Blade. Oh yeah. 18% off of Hule left. Can we get the kill? I think we cannot. But I mean, he's already proved himself. He can definitely clear these. This is 3.0 pure fiction, right? Which I would say pure fiction is never really the hard mode anyway. I've never felt, you know, I've never struggled much with pure fiction. But still, he can clear mostly. He does really well in pure fiction. I think we can actually get this. Wait a minute. This will trigger 5 stacks and then it's a follow-up. And we actually get it. To finish it off, it would be a little eco. There we go. Oh, hell yeah. That's a 40k clear, right? Yep, there we go. The Blade in 3.0. Very good in pure fiction. Very solid anywhere else, right? Like, you can use them for sure. And that should be a showcase of post-buff Blade. The best team is basically what I just showed you, and you really want Hyacinth with her own light cone. This makes Blade so much cracker. Without that though, Blade would probably be actually maybe 1 or half a cycle slower, which is not the end of the world, but it just goes to show how good Hyacinth is for HP changers. And I mean, I already told you guys, man, I think Hyacinth is just really good if you're a Blade main. So I'm glad I got her. I can finally, you know, rule the world with Blade again. Now, final verdict on the buff. Is it a good buff? Absolutely. It solves a lot of Blade's little issues, and most of his issues being just not doing enough damage. Now he does more damage straight up, and he has more, you know, utility basically. You get to mitigate damage off of your team more by getting hit himself, which he wants that to happen. But of course, he's not strong enough to just replace any version 3, you know, release DPS. It's not even close. I think Castro just destroys everything. But that's exactly what I would prefer, you know, older characters to do. Now he's still usable if you really want them to. If you want to have fun with them, you can use them without like giving away too much, right? Without giving like freaking 7 cycle clears. That's just a tragedy. But I feel like the buff landed its mark. It's not gonna make Blade just insanely strong, but it certainly did help Blade get a lot better. Yeah, I can see someone going back to using Blade, but if we're just talking meta though, there's no reason for you to like go hardcore to Blade, because well, just stick to Mighty. Mighty does about the same, if not better. Or you know, just stick to Castro, phainon, all those characters that can really just swarm Blade with damage. But overall, a solid buff for Blade. Is he now worth spending limited pulls on? Absolutely not, because you can get him standard, I'm pretty sure. So the moment you do get him, you can use any surplus, you know, HP stuff you have, throw it on him, and he'll just probably do solidly, I would say. If there's anything to complain though, we are using really premium HP based supports, which are all just premium. We're talking about Sunday, freaking Hyacinth. All these are really premium stuff. If there's any free-to-play options, his performance will definitely dip a bit more. So yeah, Blade mains, rejoice, he's now usable, but the caveat is you want to have his good team though, right? And that is my verdict. I think it's a solid 7 out of 10 buff. It's not too terrible, not the best perfect buff that makes everyone happy. And that'll be all. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have fun building Blade, guys. Take care.